24-year-old physiotherapist was found murdered at her Vile Parle residence here in Mumbai. The case has been registered under Section 302 and 376, which is rape and murder.
बाद में यहाँ पे छत पे लेके देखा तो उसके इसने मतलब ऐसे नेक पे ऐसे 3 गांठ मारा था, ऐसा जीन्स का। इतना टाइट मीन्स कि कौन ऐसा कर सकता है, इतना क्रूर।
नहीं हो रहा है मेरे को बोलने को, क्योंकि इतना मैं डर गया था ना कल देख के ही। कभी ऐसा एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं किया था ऐसा इंसिडेंस होगा करके। मैं बहुत बोलने के भी मेरे को बहुत ये हो रहा है।
हम लोग की चौल में फर्स्ट डॉक्टर है कि अच्छे से पढ़ी हुई है, उसकी मम्मी ने बहुत कर्जा निकाल के उसको पढ़ाया लिखाया, और अभी ये ऐसा हो गया ना, हम लोग सोच भी नहीं सकते कि ऐसा कभी हो सकता है। जो भी है उसको सजा मिलनी चाहिए और उसको इंसाफ मिलना ही चाहिए। जो भी हुआ है वो गलत ही हुआ है।
One such thing happens, like if even at 7 o'clock you'll think before leaving your house.
When such incident happens, no, ये आपको है ना पूरी like what is your thinking about yourself, about the person roaming around you? It totally changes.
Maybe we can be the next victims.
A city like Mumbai is not getting secured. तो मैं दूसरे cities की क्या बात करूँ?
Anyone can be the next victim, and always girls are blamed for this thing. So mentality should be changed.
Feeling disgusted because there is no security given to women in the world, and there is no respect given to women in the world.
That the men need to understand, like when a girl is alone in the night, it is not an opportunity, it's a responsibility for them.
We should tonight, viewers, be extremely, extremely ashamed as a country, as a state in Maharashtra, as a city in Mumbai. We've let down our daughters. We just heard voices of young women in the city of Mumbai. 20-year-olds who identify with the victim of this heinous, horrible, blood-curdling crime, where she was raped and murdered and set on fire in her own bedroom. Is there no space in our cities that is safe for women? Is it not enough if we are in our homes locked up? Is that not enough for criminals? We were not out on the street. She was not out on the street. It was not about what she was wearing. It was not about where she was or who she was with or what she was doing. This young girl went to work, came home, and she was in her bedroom. It could be you. It could be your daughter. It could be your sister. It could be your mother. There is absolutely no dignity left for women in our cities. What is worse is that our entire police force has nothing to go on. Over 24 hours after this crime, after questioning 70 people, the police of Mumbai have no leads, no suspects, and no arrests have been made. An FIR has been filed against unknown persons. In a chawl in Vile Parle, which is as congested in Vile Parle, where people live in such close quarters, they have absolutely nothing to go on. There is no justice for this girl. There is no justice for our daughters. How do we go to bed tonight? How do we look our daughters in their eyes and promise them a tomorrow if we don't know if they're going to wake up safe in their own homes? Joining me on the show today, where we demand justice for India's daughters, Hitesh Jain, BJP leader and advocate. Susieben Shah of the Congress party will join me in the studio shortly. In the meantime, Vikram Singh, former DGP of UP, Trisha Shetty, lawyer and founder of SheSays NGO, who works for rights of women and rehabilitating victims of similar crimes, Naveen Chomal, Senior Advocate with the Mumbai High Court, Ranjana Kumari, Director, the Centre of Social Research. Ranjana Kumari, I have no words left to even ask questions about this case. It breaks my heart to have heard the father and the mother of this victim say that they don't even know how to react at this point. They don't know what to say. They woke up in the morning to find their daughter half burnt.
Absolutely. I think...
Ranjana.
Yeah. I think it's, it's pain repeated one after the other. It's pain which some of us feel, so strong, is the kind of hurt, it's a kind of feeling of anger, deep anger in all of us. But rest of the society, I do not understand how long we are going to tell these stories and share with people that, that it's a flood which is going to come to every door. If we are not going to be careful, we are not going to do anything about it, if politicians have their ears closed, eyes closed, if the police and the bureaucracy, the people who are responsible for such kind of crime, protection, are not listening, then every time we are, hearing the same kind of one then the other, more and more horrendous cases. And this is absolutely unbelievable that she was in her bedroom, she was at home, and what has happened to her is absolutely unacceptable. I do not know what people of Bombay are thinking. I do not know what the youth of Bombay is thinking and why they are not on streets, why they are not demanding that 24 hours have gone and no arrest has taken place. So, this is something which we need to really reflect upon and fix responsibility. It is men and boys who have to change. It is the people who, they have to be arrested. They have to be put behind the bar. They have to be punished. This cannot go on like this. We cannot allow our daughters to be brutalized and our women to be brutalized in our society. So I think it's really, really surprising and shocking that on the one side, such crimes go one after the other. Nirbhaya's justice has not happened. On 16, we are organizing a big rally again on Jantar Mantar. We are going to support the parents to seek justice. So 2012, which started with all these issues, and we started opening our eyes. We said Indian society has become very conscious about all these issues. The debate has become, time has come when the debate has, become open and everybody is going to respond and react. We have a strong law, but then what do you do when implementers of the law are sleeping? What do you do when the society gets insensitized totally towards these kind of issues, and there is nothing that people are thinking about? I think people of Mumbai have to respond to this. I feel that they should start marching on the street and demand like we did for Nirbhaya. This is nothing less than Nirbhaya that is happening there. It's worse than that, it's more horrendous than that, and we should demand justice for this girl.
Absolutely. Vikram Singh, you know what? I am no longer in the mood to have conversations about the fact that young boys don't know how to respect women. I don't care. I want to know, what are the people who are meant to be implementing our laws doing? If someone thinks he can barge into a house, whether he knows the girl, doesn't know the girl, is immaterial. He is a criminal. He should have been behind bars. The police have failed us. The government has failed us. The government of Maharashtra has failed us. The government of India has failed us. We're constantly distracted with other things. Who's going to look after our daughters? Vikram Singh. The only reason these things happen is because people are not afraid.
We all share.
People are not afraid. They're not afraid of getting caught, and they're not afraid of winding up behind bars.
Faye, we all share your anguish and indignation, and what Ranjana Kumari ji has said, that perhaps it is for the men and the boys to change and do a bit of soul searching.
I don't have time for the men and the boys of this country to do soul searching. We don't have that kind of time. We cannot afford to lose more women, Vikram Singh, to the soul searching of the men in this country.
Agreed.
I don't know how many more decades it's going to take for the men in this country to finish their soul searching. We don't have that kind of time. They can soul search behind bars as far as I care.
We do not have the time, and it has to be an immediate reaction and an immediate course correction. Now the law enforcement agencies and the police of Mumbai had better pull up their socks. For a very long time, we have not seen the quick arrest and the prompt arrest of rapists and marauders and predators. Now in this case too, the very fact that a person that was known to the deceased is probably the perpetrator of this crime, and therefore to safeguard and sanitize the area, they should come down heavily and have a dossier on all such ex-criminals, all those who were wanted or involved in such crime. Vile Parle is a place where it is not rocket science to identify all such individuals who have a past record. Now, if you have your surveillance systems in order, fast-track courts, but if you have a knee-jerk reaction, a lackadaisical approach in such crimes, obviously you will not be serious and be after the jugulars. What is required now is to be absolutely bloodthirsty and a vigorous pursuit of such elements and put them behind bars, put them through a fast-track courts and ensure their convictions. Obviously, this has not happened for a very long time, and therefore, the criminals are so emboldened that they enter the room and at 3 a.m., you have one of the most horrendous and horrific crimes in Mumbai and Vile Parle. Now, the police need to do three things. Ensure that there are fast-track courts, ensure that there is quick investigation, effective prosecution, and thereafter a conviction. And such individuals who have a past record should be kept on surveillance, they should be brought on history sheet, and they should constantly be on the radar of the investigating agencies. Nothing should go unnoticed. Unfortunately, Faye, the crime against women is not the topmost priority of many of the investigating agencies, and I dare say that of the Mumbai police. We tend to trivialize these issues, and hence this is the consequence of trivializing the issues, that such incidents do happen, and after 24 hours there are no arrests, unfortunately.
Now, I want to ask our viewers, Vikram Singh, I want to ask our viewers this. I want to ask our viewers this. Viewers who are watching right now, where are your daughters tonight? Are they safe in their bedrooms? The question is, if they're in their bedrooms, are they safe? Why are we not more upset as a city about what is happening? I want to just call out to you, and this data really tells us the truth. This data is the number of people who actually get convicted in a rape case. 1 out of 4. 26% in 2011, 27% in 2013, 29% in 2015, and according to the census, that number has dropped in 2016 to 25%, which means out of 100% of the cases that are filed in rape, only 25% finally see conviction. And the state of Maharashtra, Hitesh Jain, the state of Maharashtra is at 17.5%, according to the National Crime Bureau. 17.5%. How is the government of Maharashtra going to look the daughters of the state in the eye after what happened this week? Hitesh Jain.
I can share the anguish expressed by the panel members, and I can also assure you that this particular incident is concerned. We will make sure that the investigation will urge the authorities to take the investigation to the logical conclusion at the earliest, and take the and whatever it is required to be done to investigate in the offence, will be urging them. As a lawyer and also as a member of the party, we will be requesting and we will be following up with the case. Now, as far as the incidents are concerned, all this, we all have all these helplines, phone numbers and everything. But according to me, insofar as the crime against women is concerned, it requires a three-pronged approach. First is if we are talking about the preventive measures, then of course when it comes to helpline, you are aware that in the city of Mumbai at various places CCTV cameras have also been installed, so as to that can be one of the way to try and see the suspicious element that are behaving. We also need to sensitize the police officers, and particularly as the earlier panelist mentioned, insofar as the crime against women is concerned.
It's too late. It's too late, Hitesh Jain. It's too late.
No, I don't think it is too late.
We've lost a life, Hitesh Jain. Now you're talking about CCTV cameras. Now you're talking about sensitizing the police force.
To say, but we have to also look. But they have already been done, and we have to do more. This is a work in progress. I mean, you look at, I don't want to get into the statistics and everything. Nothing.
No, but please get into the statistics. The statistics are the only thing that tells us the truth about these things. What do you mean you don't want to get into the statistics?
We have to keep on improving, and we have to take steps.
The statistics are important.
Trisha Shetty, who works with this sort of thing, what are the statistics telling us? Let's get into the statistics.
Out of the 34,651 cases of rape reported in 2015, Maharashtra ranks second in cases of rape. Maharashtra ranks second in cases of gang rape with 141 cases. Maharashtra ranks first in cases of stalking and voyeurism. Maharashtra contributes to 9.5% of total crimes against women in India. So those are your statistics. You're talking about a lot is being done. No, not enough is being done. You're talking about CCTV camera footage. Where are you going to find CCTV camera footage in a chawl in Vile Parle? I mean, that makes absolutely no sense. You're talking about sensitization of police officers. A lot more needs to be done. Just recently, we had police officers giving sexual abuse sessions in terms of how to deal with online harassment to students, and a lot of that was telling students moral policing on what to wear, what kind of pictures to put. Don't put up pictures that will provoke men. You recently had a police officer in Kerala asking a gang rape survivor, which one did you enjoy the most? So you're talking about absolute crude behavior shown on a systematic level. Till date in Maharashtra, can you please tell me if public hospitals take in rape cases? No, they don't. Rape cases are categorically directed only to government hospitals, even though by law section 357C of the CRPC mandates that every hospital is supposed to take in rape survivors. Then why are only government hospitals taking in rape survivors? What is the government doing to ensure that private hospitals are taking in rape cases? Only the one case of Shakti Mills case, which was such a high profile case, went to Just Look. What about the other countless cases of rape where women do not get even access to standard quality health care? So this is our reality. Don't tell us that enough is being done, a lot more needs to be done. No, negligible level of efforts is being put in.
In fact, you know, the chairman of the Women's Committee, Vijaya Rahatkar, the chairman of the Women's Committee, joins us on the phone line right now. Mr. Rahatkar, you've heard the arguments being made at this point. The state has failed its women. What is the justification being offered for what happened this week?
मुझे ऐसा लगता है इसमें कि जिस तरह से ये घटना घटी है, ये हमारे सबके लिए बहुत चिंता का विषय है और इस चिंता के विषय को हमें बहुत अच्छी तरह से हैंडल करना चाहिए। जैसे कि इस विषय में स्टेट वुमेन कमीशन ने पूरा ध्यान दिया है।
क्या ध्यान दिया है मैडम? आपने क्या ध्यान दिया है? बताइए मुझे कि आप क्या कर रहे हो अभी?
They have not even visited. It is half a kilometer from their office.
आप लोगों ने अभी तक विक्टिम के घर तक नहीं गए, आप पुलिस स्टेशन नहीं गए, आप बताइए आप कर क्या रहे हो?
No one has visited.
आपके विमेंस कमेटी ने इस केस के बारे में आप कर क्या रहे हो? क्या ध्यान दे रहे हो आप? बताइए मुझे।
जी
क्या ध्यान दे रहे हो? आपने बोला कि आप ध्यान दे रहे हो, क्या ध्यान दे रहे हो बताइए।
आपके पास देखो, एक बात मुझे बिल्कुल पता है कि देखो हम सब लोग इंक्लूडिंग यू, हम सब लोग इसके लिए बहुत सेंसिटिव है, पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि बिना मेरी वहां पे विजिट हुई है, उस घर पर, उस परिवार पर रही हूँ इसकी पूरी रिपोर्ट स्टेट कमीशन के पास है। हमने इतना और मुझे आपको इतना ही कहना है, पता नहीं वो आप मत कर, सिर्फ आरोप लगाने इसलिए आप आरोप मत लगाइए, जबकि हम वहां पे जाकर आए, मिलकर आए हैं और ये सबके लिए चिंता का विषय है, सिर्फ आपके लिए नहीं, मेरे लिए भी।
विजया जी, आप इन्वेस्टिगेटिव एजेंसी से मिले, आप पुलिस से मिले इस केस के बारे में अब तक?
जी मैं मिली हूँ।
अच्छा, केस में क्या हो रहा है आप बता सकते हैं हमें कि क्या इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुई है अब तक
इस केस में? कि
Fee, you cannot ask such question in one day. What is happening in the case?
Exactly.
What kind of question are we running the investigation in the media centers?
Exactly.
That in one day police will give you, or like you need a ball by ball update, running commentary. This is such a sensitive.
Many times
you tell me what they are asking. Allow the investigating authorities to do the job.
The police.
Ranjana Kumari, is it wrong to ask for an update in a case like this?
No, it's not wrong, but police are also supposed to maintain secrecy in the matter.
But you cannot ask like a 24/7
to the culprits.
What secrecy are we talking about? What secrecy are we talking about? What secrecy are we talking about? Have you not made a single arrest?
If they are watching the television and they are getting to know how the police are tracing them, they will escape, they run away. The police is bound to keep their procedure secret. So let us not unnecessarily sensitize the issue. It is very sad this incident has occurred. It is a matter of concern for
Naveen Chomal, did you just accuse me of unnecessarily blowing up this issue? Unnecessarily blowing up the issue of a young child?
Please appreciate, nobody is denying that it is a wrong thing that has occurred.
I'm very glad you think it's a wrong thing.
But please appreciate, it is firstly let me take all your points one by one.
Reporting the case.
Ranjana Kumari, please wait. Ranjana Kumari, please
we all have a right to ask you questions.
Okay, please wait. Let me talk first.
Listen to me.
Let me just point out one second.
Can I?
You already let us hear the right side also.
I am no longer, as a journalist, going to be okay with the fact that we are constantly told we cannot ask questions. It is our job to ask questions.
You have to ask questions.
I will ask questions because it is my job. If you do not have answers, that is your problem.
But logically something which is harmful for the society, how can you ask that question?
Where is the rapist? That's harmful for society for me to ask. Where is the rapist?
No. Asking police what steps they have taken.
I will ask the police what steps they have taken. As a citizen, I have a
please appreciate Bombay Police is among the top police.
I refuse to accept it. How will I accept that? Just give me evidence.
Trisha, just share the statistics.
Data on the crimes against women.
Let us share the statistics.
And just 1 second, where is your...
Please, let's maintain the decorum. I didn't interrupt when you were saying. Let me speak first, and then you can counter me. Please, madam, please, let your turn come.
Naveen Chomal.
See, things are something like this. Nobody is supporting what has happened. Everybody is concerned about it. First of all, what Mr. Faye said, that the entire society should be ashamed. No. Society is not done wrong to anybody. Society should not feel ashamed.
Why?
First of all. Secondly, what is Bombay Police doing? Bombay Police is amongst the top police. It is doing its job. Okay, that it may be taking some time to catch the culprits, but day in out we are reading in the newspapers that the Bombay Police is catching the culprits. So let us give the police some time. They will definitely catch the culprits, and they should be taken to justice. That we are not denying about it. But police cannot disclose all the cards to the criminals, which Faye can disclose on the television, and the criminals can watch and then run away.
Susieben,
yes. And what Hitesh Jain said is right. That Bombay Police is doing a reasonably good job, and it is not a failure of the government of Maharashtra. Indeed, wrong things happen, and they will be punished.
That is creating the problem.
Can I say this? I have served as the chairperson of the Women's Commission of Maharashtra. Till recently, I was the chairperson a year ago. The sensitivities that has to be shown by the government, whether it be the Kopardi, whether it be Buldhana, it is missing.
Madam, your comments are smacking of a political vendetta.
Where is
so please come to logical talks.
It is you who is talking political vendetta.
I am not a politician.
And society.
I am not a politician.
Let me
talking as a lawyer.
Would you allow me to
what is going on?
Can we have some constructive suggestion? When you say the government has failed to act, what according to you are the steps instead of making allegations and sensationalizing every time? Can you come with a constructive step? You are also a member of the society.
As a lawyer,
don't use this forum for that, madam.
Naveen Chomal.
What I should do?
Naveen Chomal.
Stick to your brief.
Susieben shall make you. No, Naveen Chomal, wait.
Don't
everyone just wait for a second. Just wait for a second. Susieben Shah, make your point, and then we'll get rebuts. Susieben Shah, go ahead.
Why a top officer? We have about 3 to 4 ministers from Mumbai. Even a woman is a minister in Mumbai. A visit. How important is a visit? Because it's a politician. A minister visits the site, condones the family, bees with the family. It gives the importance which is required. The DCP has to be there. The commissioner has to be there. That gives the importance. That shows the sensitivity of the government that they are very eager to solve this case.
Do you know how Bombay Police works?
You're not allowing me to.
Naveen Chomal, let her finish.
Come on.
Let her make her point,
I've
Naveen
been
Chomal.
part of the system. I've served as the chairperson. I know how the police works and what happens when a minister goes there.
Let her
the moment you start working as a chairman, everything has gone wrong.
So, Susieben, when you were the chairman, there were 5 rapes and 20 murders. Did you visit any residence?
I'm talking about a woman's her case.
Susieben, when you were the chairperson of Women Commission, there were number of rapes and close to 50 murders that took place. Did you visit any single house? No, did you visit a single house?
Did I say, I just explained that a minister goes there, the entire machinery, the administration is put into fast gear.
It's all easy now that you are sitting in the opposition. You start taking up political points
Let me come in.
Please, Naveen Chomal, just 1 second.
Very important.
One at a time, please. One at a time. Naveen Chomal, one at a time, please. One at a time.
Supposing minister goes there, that will destroy the entire proof of that. Entire area will be ordered out.
What are you talking about? What kind of law provisions are you privy to that none of us are privy to?
Police collects the proof over there. Whether the minister goes there, destroys the whole thing over there.
Naveen Chomal, what are you saying?
Ministers don't go over there.
Let's ask Vikram Singh. Vikram Singh is the policeman on board. Let's ask Vikram Singh. Naveen Chomal, 1 second. 1 second.
May I?
It's a
Naveen Chomal, let other people speak. Naveen Chomal, 1 second. Naveen Chomal, please, I beg you. Vikram Singh is the former DGP.
Just 3 quick
Vikram
points.
Singh, do you agree? 1 second, let them speak. Naveen Chomal, just one. Naveen Chomal, may I please beg you to allow people to speak? Vikram Singh, do you agree that if a politician or a minister visited the family, it would raise the profile of the case and force the police to take faster action.
But let me explain first. And
Naveen Chomal,
first.
wait.
See, I raised this point.
Everybody has heard you. Everybody has heard you.
Let Vikram Singh answer. He was talking all the time.
You were talking all the time.
Just wait. Ultimately, the point is raised by me.
Absolutely imperative. The visit to the scene of crime of the chairperson or the police commissioner is a confidence-building measure.
That's right.
It lends a significance to the case so that the investigators take the case seriously, and it is the topmost priority as far as investigation is concerned. Not to visit a scene of crime is, I would say, a dereliction of duty and cannot be condoned. And therefore, the visit to the scene of crime has its own importance and significance. And therefore, you give a direction to the investigating officers. It is that point of time that you announce rewards on the accused. And also it is the duty of the police where you have a right to question, and all of us have a right to question the police commissioner. When can we expect the arrests of the accused? We are not asking the absolute micro details of the investigation. We will never do that, anything as indiscreet as that. But we are well within our rights to ask, when can we expect a decent time when you would be able to arrest the accused and put them behind bars? This is a question that all of us have a right to ask and a need to ask.
Thank you, Vikram Singh. 1 second.
So does Vikram Singh want to say that the Bombay Police Commissioner is totally callous about it?
Yes.
He's not caring about it?
He's jumping
to
conclusions.
It is absolutely wrong. You are only trying to use this forum for giving a populist
hang on. Naveen Chomal, I want you to listen to somebody's voice. Naveen Chomal.
Bombay Police is among the top police in the country. They are very serious about the issues.
Naveen Chomal, you are not allowing anybody. You've made that point.
A dastardly crime has taken place. But please trust the police. They are doing their job.
You are not listening to me. Will you accept that I am the moderator of this discussion?
Please wait. Okay,
I am asking you to allow other people to speak. You've made your points. We've heard your point. We've appreciated your point. Okay? I have someone on the phone line right now. Ranjana, I'm going to come to you immediately after this.
I have also not been allowed to complete.
Susieben, I will come to you immediately after this.
You.
Yashwanti is on the phone line right now. Yashwanti is the best friend of the young lady whom we lost in this city 24 hours ago to this heinous crime. Yashwanti, thank you for joining us on the phone line. You've just heard, आपने अभी सुना कि पैनल में कैसी बात हो रही थी
जी
आपको अभी क्या लग रहा है कि जस्टिस मिली आपकी फ्रेंड को?
नहीं मिली है, अभी तक तो नहीं मिली है। सब लोग रॉन्ग ही बात कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में। जो भी मीडिया वाले हैं उन्होंने भी रॉन्ग ही दिया है, जो भी दिया है, जो वहाँ पे हुआ भी नहीं है। अगर मीडिया वालों को छापना है तो जो भी प्रॉपर हुआ है उसके साथ वो दे। और जो नवीन जी बोल रहे हैं कि पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, हम लोग निगलेक्ट नहीं कर रहे कि वो लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट उसको जल्दी से जल्दी जस्टिस मिले, यही हम लोग को चाहिए। मैं उसके फ्रेंड हूँ। हम लोग कल रात से हम लोग पुलिस स्टेशन में थे, कल मॉर्निंग से हम लोग पुलिस स्टेशन में थे। शाम को विक्टिम की बॉडी आई तब भी हम लोग को छोड़ा गया। हम लोग को बोला गया था कि शाम तक मिल जाएगा जो भी है, बट अभी तक कोई भी रिपोर्ट नहीं मिला है हम लोग को। जो हितेश जी बोल रहे हैं कि सीसीटीवी लगाना चाहिए, अब हर एक लड़की सीसीटीवी लेके घूमेगी तब वो बचेगी। ऐसे नहीं होता है। हर टाइम अगर किसी का रेप होता है तो क्यों लड़की को ही ब्लेम किया जाता है हर टाइम कि लड़की की गलती है, लड़की छोटे कपड़े पहनती है, लड़की बाहर जाती है, रात को नाइट आउट करती है, क्यों?
यशवंती, हमसे बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। On behalf of this channel, we will push this investigation until justice is found for India's daughters. Ranjana, Kumari, I said I will come to you immediately after this phone call. What is your response?
Yes. Well, you know, you can hear the friends' agony and the family which is going through the torture for, you know, the kind of society we are living in and the kind of irresponsible people like Naveen ji sitting in your own studio.
Please,
all these people,
madam.
who are they trying to defend? Exactly. Who are they? How could anybody say, please let me speak. We have heard you enough. I think this is, how can anybody say that, society is not responsible, police is not responsible, police commissioner is not, is doing enough. How can you justify all this? How can you say, punishment and punishment and punishment? We're talking about, if you don't punish them, if you don't arrest them, you try to defend the system, you say society is not responsible. Is this young girl responsible? Is Yashwanti responsible? Exactly. Is the one who's got killed responsible?
What sort of logic is this?
Wait, let her finish.
Responsible. Why are you trying to shirk the responsibility? Please, and then you are blaming the media. I heard you shouting at the media. Media has a right to ask questions. We have a right to ask questions. We will ask questions. I think Bombay people, if you are listening to this discussion, they should join Yashwanti and all her friends and go and sit in the police station till these people are arrested. We have a right. We are citizens of this country.
If I have a question for Mr.
We have elected the government
Naveen
to protect us. We have not elected the government to send people like you to defend. What kind of a
Vikram
thing
Singh, right, Ranjana. Vikram Singh has a question. Vikram Singh,
you're making in the media.
As a former police officer, Vikram Singh, go ahead.
I have a certain observation to be, Mr. Naveen.
Be my guest.
And number one, it is the duty of the police not to have disclosed the name of
that was my next statement.
And number two, they should not have come out with the state of dress and undress of the dead body. These two are serious lapses on the part of the Mumbai police, which were totally avoidable.
Exactly.
And therefore, before we start
that is exactly what I was talking about, sensitivities.
It is too premature to give the bouquets and to say that they are a very professional people. I did not want to point out these two lapses, but these two are serious lapses in contravention to the directives given by the Honorable Supreme Court in such cases that the name should not be disclosed and the state of dress and undress had been avoided.
This is what exactly I was trying to mean by sensitivities, where my friend on the left stopped me. Sensitivities, there is no sensitivity shown. You tell me the amount of funds which is spelled on Skill India, Build India, great, you should do it. But when what Trisha said, the statistics, has the government come forward and said what have they done? Have a confidence building exercise for the women of Maharashtra as to what do they plan to ensure that the conviction rate rises, or that all this rape is happening. What are the steps they are taking? Nothing. There is no confidence building measure. That is the job of the government. Yes, the police is an administration part, but the policy makers, the vision, the path where a woman would feel that yes, Maharashtra is again going to be safer for women.
Hitesh Jain,
where are those steps?
Hitesh, she's talking about the government. Hitesh Jain can respond.
Where are those steps?
Hitesh Jain, please respond.
Please, specifically on the steps, don't politicize it. I'm a woman.
1 second.
Today I'm here as a woman.
Susieben Shah, let him respond.
Please.
Let him respond.
Thank you, Faith. Thanks.
I don't want to politicize it, but Susieben Shah is aware that Shakti gang rape and all those incidents happened whose government was there. But I'm not going to get into that issues because, it's all easy, conveniently now we are sitting because we are ultimately, we all are a part of the same ecosystem who are also equally responsible. Now, insofar as the government is concerned,
after Shakti gang rape, we were within time,
and other
time,
measures,
neither you brought it up to file the FIR and arrest the victim. So let us not talk on those lines, Mr. Hitesh, you've got your facts wrong. Be as it may, I am here as a woman to protect,
but at the end of the day, did you prevent the incident? Did you prevent the incident?
We have to ensure
did you
that the
prevent the
measures are in
incident?
place.
By having the incident,
Hitesh,
was that...
I'm on the point that the woman should feel safe. You can't get into the mind of a person. But what are the confidence building measures that the government has taken?
During your tenure,
let's focus on the fact.
During your tenure, there were 28 rape cases and close to 50 women were murdered. We did not make any political capital at that time. When you were the president of Child and Women, so 28 rapes and 50 murders took place. Did we politicize? Ultimately, this is a part of our evolving. This is so sensitive. We have to come together.
Let's stop the political mudslinging. Let's stop the political mudslinging. 1 second. I want to refocus this conversation. This is not about the political parties. Hang on.
I'm glad you mentioned it.
Hitesh Jain, Susieben Shah, I want to bring in Trisha Shetty right now. Trisha Shetty, this is not about the political parties. It is about the fact that a young girl came home, went to her bedroom and did not wake up the next morning.
That's right.
It could have been any one of us.
I'm honestly mortified that they're even trying to make this a political blame game and throwing around words like y'all are trying to get limelight out of this. Please understand that this is a brutal case of rape and murder. And what are you talking about Bombay being safe? I just gave you statistics and data on how Maharashtra is leading when it comes to crimes against women. The police has been inefficient in this case. This whole situation where this has now become a political mudslinging game, where it's like Congress did this and BJP did this. What about the women who are getting raped in their own houses? Where is your sense of outrage when it comes to the situation in hand, when it comes to the case? You're showing outrage over the fact that we're questioning the police? That is where you choose to get angry over. Why you're not angry over the fact that a woman has been raped and murdered in her own house and 24 hours later, the charge sheet still does not have any accused, any people who are... 24 hours later, sorry, the FIR, 24 hours,
come on.
Later, the FIR
Please,
still does not have
sorry to say,
Trisha, talk to me.
I just retracted the FIR.
Indulging in
Naveen Chomal.
come forward and discuss the issues objectively and provide suggestions. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say we have women panel members, and except making allegations and giving statistics, nobody is coming and giving the positive suggestions.
What is this?
Ultimately, we are all part of the society and we have to all come together.
To Mr. Hitesh,
what are the positives? Okay.
Please give us
what are the positives?
Ultimately,
Let's hear the positives.
We also want some suggestions going ahead. The police also needs the suggestions.
Vikram Singh, police need suggestions.
What are the positive measures
I would say,
and make sure that Vikram Singh is also here. Give us the suggestions.
One second. Vikram Singh, the police need suggestions. Can you please give police suggestions on how to do their job? Vikram Singh.
Absolutely. First of all, Faye, let me tell you, we cannot fault Trisha for giving the statistics. What she has given is the bare statistics. The ground reality is that the real figures are 5 times more than the registered cases. Yes. Are we aware of that? Are we acknowledging that? And the police, if they know what is good for them, they should jolly well have a dossier on all the people who have a past record, who have gone to jail and who are on the suspicious rolls. They should be rounding up the roadside Romeos, because the first stage of becoming a deviant and a sexual pervert is being a roadside Romeo. If you nip the problem in the bud, I don't say nip it in the bud, if you crush it in the bud, rest assured you would be controlling 30% of the crime against women. But the fact remains that we trivialize such offences. We do not train our officers. We have a cult of masculinity in the police stations where such crimes are treated with some kind of a perverse humour. You'll forgive my saying so. And at the same time, the police should give it the topmost priority which it richly deserves. Get after the jugulars of these offenders, put them in the fast-track court. And I'm sure with Mr. Hitesh's intervention, this is perfectly doable. And rest assured, 10 convictions and you have a drop in this crime. This is perfectly doable, and the roadmap ahead is that we should get after them, put them behind bars, put them
Hitesh, these are the suggestions.
Like
Hitesh, Jain, these are the suggestions. Fast-track coke for rape, long-standing demand, very
so these are the valid suggestions. These are the valid
suggestions.
No, but okay, 2 things. We have a fast-track court. So can I just list out the suggestions? We have a fast-track court in Maharashtra. We have fast-track courts in Bombay. We have the courts particularly dealing with the woman crimes headed by a woman judge. You have the special prosecutor cell.
Can I also quickly say that in India, over 95.5% of rape cases is the accused is known to the victim.
Now, at the end of the day,
we're still looking at a 29.4% conviction rate. Third, Delhi police has a sex offenders registry.
These verdicts are delivered by a woman judge.
Why is Maharashtra not putting up such a similar sex offenders registry online?
A woman judge. Is not working. Is it working? Helpline for women in Maharashtra, is it working?
103 number, how often does it get answered?
Let me just point out, Maharashtra's conviction rate in rape is 17.5%. 17.5%, which is one of the lowest in the country. Naveen Chomal. Explain,
I want to say 2 things. Firstly, let me show mirror to Vikram Singh. What was the situation in UP when you were at the helm of the affairs? Was it 0% rape? Okay, let me come to next thing. See what is happening in Maharashtra and the rape case.
I don't agree with that.
Don't make it personal.
Firstly, it is not relevant, Mr. Naveen. It doesn't make sense.
Give lectures on the television.
No, what lecture?
But when you are actually in the job,
Yes, I will lecture, continue to lecture. And Mr. Naveen, since you are oblivious to the ground realities,
Exactly. What
let
is
me
he
tell you,
talking
I was
about?
known as a
Okay,
half
now let
butcher and
me
half human.
come to the
I did not
statistics.
want to
This is the
compare
level of
myself with
discussion.
anyone.
I think we can't go forward.
Let me counter the statistics
Mr.
what Trisha has been
Naveen,
giving.
if you were to
See,
ask
what is
anyone in
happening
UP,
is
I
Maharashtra is a far more developed state, and when there is a lot of...
Never have I tolerated it. It will not been zero, but it was at an all-time low always. And even today it's a record, it is an all-time low. I always had the reputation of being a half butcher and half human when it came to such criminals. Therefore,
Even that is not
comparison should be
permissible in
between
our
comparables.
democracy as a butcher. So anyway, forget that
Whatever
issue.
you
Let
call
me
a
come to the
democracy, you are
statistics.
an intelligent
See,
lawyer,
what
I will
happens
leave
is,
it at
let
that.
me
Let
tell
us
our
not make
viewers.
it personal. And not only when I was the DGP, wherever I have been for 25 years
Naveen,
in the
don't
field,
try to
I have
hide your
taken pains
failures,
to
your
show
state's
that
failures, and
exactly
try to
what
protect
happens
and try to present others as bad.
Now let me deal with the figures, please, with no interruptions,
I think
please.
let me come in.
No, let me first complete my
This is
matter.
totally unacceptable.
Please,
what
Ranjana
Naveen
Kumari,
is
you had
saying.
enough
This
to
is
speak.
totally unacceptable about Vikram Singh. You don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know. No, listen to me first. Listen to me. You are trying to hide your failure by trying to charge Vikram Singh ji.
No, it's not like that.
You don't know
I'm just trying to show him the mirror
in his
that
period.
when he was
So
at
please
the helm
don't
of the
say all
West,
that.
and
And
situation was
second thing
prevailing
is,
even in
don't
UP
hide
also.
your failure. There is a girl who has been killed, she has been burnt. Listen to me. And then
So everybody is condemning that, nobody is saying something good has happened. Everybody wants the criminal to be punished. But only thing is, the way you are trying to project it before the viewers, that is not factually correct. There is another side of it also. So let us have a proper healthy discussion on the issue.
First you were trying to say something to the commission ex-chairperson.
Okay, madam, please let me speak now.
Tomorrow
See,
you will
you
raise
recollect
allegations against me.
earlier in our
This is not
discussions,
how-
we had already
this is not
agreed
how you deal
that
with
at
cases
least
of
Mumbai
rape.
and
This is
Bangalore,
not
they are the
how
same
you deal
cities
with such
as
serious
compared to
issues.
other places like
Not
Delhi.
anymore.
You
Not
are
after
trying
tonight,
to
Naveen Chomal.
deflect
Yes.
the issue by saying others are wrong.
Another aspect,
So does that give you
Maharashtra
right
is
to
a
be
developed
wrong?
state where there
No,
is
it
a good
doesn't.
access for all the victims to the police. So the reporting of cases is far more easier. And another aspect, what happens is, see, there are rapes of two types of cases. Something which are genuine rapes, which are forcible rapes. But what happens in many cases,
What are
there
you
are
trying to do?
rising
Defend?
number of cases
You're trying to
where
defend.
women
I'm
are
sorry,
after
your defense
consensual
is very,
sex,
very
after
bad.
something
Naveen Chomal,
I don't
please.
think you can
they
defend
start
such serious
rape.
issue. What has happened?
The laws of rape and they start-
No. Naveen Chomal, do not. Naveen Chomal, do not disrespect the memory of the victim by bringing this up.
What
Do
is
not.
this? Who is he to decide what is a consensual rape and otherwise? I take strong objection for the women of Maharashtra. He's maligning them.
living in a
He's
country where
judgmental.
marital rape is not
What is he
recognized
talking
as a
about?
crime.
He's siding with the rapist.
No, it is not. I'm not siding with the
Faith, this
rapist.
is not
Come on,
done.
Naveen Chomal,
He must
please.
apologize
Supreme
for
Court
the
has
all
come out with
1.5
many
crores
judgments.
women of Maharashtra.
Please stop.
This is not done.
Please stop.
So many
Please stop.
judgments where
This
it
is
found
Naveen
ridiculous.
Chomal.
that the women have
Naveen
misused the
Chomal.
laws of
Faith,
rape.
Naveen Chomal. Naveen Chomal, please stop. No.
Because now it's
You
incumbent
have
for
to
you.
ask Mr. Naveen to stop.
It is not inconvenient at all.
He cannot go on and
Disconnection with reality. He must apologize.
It's totally unacceptable what he's saying.
Talking about
He
a
cannot
woman
go on
who's
with
been
this
raped
rubbish. He has
and
to
murdered,
stop.
and you have the nerve to turn around and question
Hang on. Okay, just Naveen Chomal, can you give me a second,
that
please?
is why-
Naveen Chomal,
that
can you
is
give me
why
a second,
women
please?
are
Can you
not
stop talking for
becoming
1
safe in
second?
this country.
Everybody
People
just,
like Naveen
I
are
said
there.
stop talking for 1 second. For 1 second. I beg you, stop talking.
Okay, please.
I want to apologize. I want to apologize to the women who are watching right now for the comment that was just made by Naveen Chomal. I want to apologize if it has hurt your emotions. I want to apologize as the moderator of this panel for what Naveen Chomal has just said about women on a night when we are having this discussion.
See, you don't generalize the entire issue. When you're talking about the statistics,
generalize the entire issue by turning around saying women put fake rape cases.
Yes, there are many cases that are
So the woman who died today as a passport, is that a fake rape case as well? What is the context that you're giving? And what statistics do you have in terms of fake rape cases?
I think
it is a known fact that cases of rape are underreported, if anything.
Which has to change.
No,
it
please
is this
appreciate.
mindset. It is the trivializing of women's issues. Is siding with the rapist. Has
Let's
led
just stop for a
Maharashtra to
second.
this. Mr. Naveen does not know what he's talking. And I'm so sorry,
That
Faith,
is because
that
it is
you have
very
to apologize.
inconvenient for you.
He did not
I will
show
tell
the
you what is
sensitivity.
inconvenient for women.
Yes.
It is
It is
ridiculous.
Naveen Chomal, you have made your point. We have all heard you.
Yes.
Now let the other members of the panel respond. Please do not interrupt them. Trisha.
I will tell you what is inconvenient for women. As a woman, it is inconvenient that every time I step out of my house, I have to account for who's going to touch me, who's going to molest me, who's going to stare at me, who's going to heckle me, that homes are not safe, that cases of child sexual abuse are at an all-time high in India, that underreporting of sexual offences is a huge offence, is a huge problem. Suzette Jordan, the brave rape survivor who turned around and said, don't call me Park Street rape victim, call me by my name.
Yeah.
She was ridiculed for the fact that she had the nerve to turn around and say, don't call me a rape survivor, I have a name. This is the country we live in, where if a rape survivor is brave enough to turn around and say, I have a name, I have an identity beyond being raped, she is ridiculed by that by ministers. So do not trivialize the issue and turn around and say that rape, women are alleging false cases of rape. Have you ever been to a government hospital? Have you ever been to a government hospital? Have you ever been to a government hospital?
Let her speak.
Do you know the kind of questioning that women are put through? Do you know that in a government hospital when women are being going through their rape kits, stray dogs enter the government
Let her
wings?
speak. Let her speak.
Yes.
We heard you. Now let her speak.
Do you know
Let her
that
speak.
in
Let her
Bombay
speak.
itself, because I go to government hospitals, when women who have been raped and go to get their rape kit test done, there are stray dogs that enter the wings, that CMOs of government hospitals turn around and say, rape hua, special क्यों है, female gynecologist नहीं है तो male gynecologist आएगा, आजकल तो fashion हो गया rape होता है बोलने का. Do you know the kind of abysmal services provided to rape survivors? You think women fancy going around saying, hey, I got raped?
And worse,
where is the glory in turning around and saying that? So don't make crude
Okay, one second.
No, the worst.
Naveen Chomal, one second.
Man,
Hitesh
who must have never been
Naveen Chomal,
sexually
just 1
abused
second.
to turn around and make such disgusting remarks about women.
One second. Naveen Chomal, just 1 second. Hitesh Jain, one second. Susieben Shah, I'll come to you.
Yes.
Hitesh Jain, I'm providing you with this platform right now to please communicate with the citizens of the state on the steps being taken by the government to make sure that women and young girls of the age of 20 are safe, not just on the street, but now the question is in their own homes.
Well, I can assure you with the kind of, in terms of prevention, in terms of detection, in terms of taking enforcement and execution is concerned, the government is extremely sensitive. It is going to take, we also invite suggestions from all the women, including the panel members, if there are anything, what are the more concrete steps we can take? Let's address the issue together. This is not an issue of you against me or me against other or a political issue. This is it's an issue which is a matter of concern. You cannot always claim that whatever you have done is sufficient or enough, because when the crimes are happening, people have different ways of, there are challenges in handling the crime, and we welcome the suggestions that will come. And I think what is important is that if through your channels or the people who are like the young girls like Trisha or Ranjana, Kumari ji, they can come that these are the steps we want within the 72 hours. And I can assure you on behalf of the government, we will take this issue with the police department and ensure such steps will be taken.
Hitesh,
because we want women to feel safe. We want young girls like 18 or 20 or 14 to go and walk.
Can you assure me that the government of Maharashtra will put extra pressure to make sure that the culprits in this particular case are caught as soon as possible? Can you assure me that this case will be put on top priority and we will have justice as soon as possible?
You will see the action. This will not only be on a top priority, you will see actions within 24 hours. If you want to understand the status of how the case is progressing and all, by all means go and speak to the investigating authorities. Try and understand. Only one request. Matter is at the investigation stage. Whatever information you receive, please keep it to yourself. If you feel that the investigation is not on the right track, please do question them. I mean, we want you to get all the information, and if the steps are wrong, please question, bring to your attention, and I can assure you on behalf of our party, we will take visible actions and you will see the steps taken on the ground. I can assure you that.
Trisha, I just want to point out to our audience, one second, Susieben, I want to point out to our audience that this channel has had reporters with the investigative agencies all day today. We have reporters all over Vile Parle speaking to people, speaking to the investigative agencies, speaking to the policemen. We are tracking this case very, very closely, and we are giving you information that we are allowed to give you, which is that no arrests have been made so far, no suspects have been listed, and no leads are available
Vikram Singh
to the police.
from Delhi.
Can I just suggest one thing, Faye?
Yes.
Can I, now that, just a minute, Trisha, that in Maharashtra,
Can
maybe
I
Hitesh
say
bhai can
something?
ensure that the helpline number of Maharashtra,
The helpline number, that's a good suggestion.
It has not been working for the past 2 years.
Okay.
May I request, as a beginning confidence building measure, that the number without the STD code should be working.
Okay. All right.
Let that start.
Yeah, okay. Very quick. We're running out of time. Very quick suggestions from everybody.
My
Trisha.
question to Mr. Hitesh Jain, with all due humility, can you please
Can I say something?
Yeah, Ranjana, just straight after this.
I just want to know what are the measures your government is taking against the police officials who have released the name of the rape survivor, which is illegal, and against media personnel who've gone around and put the girl's face across newspaper publications. Both of them are two offences that are not to be allowed. You're not supposed to disclose identities of rape survivors. Your police officials have given her name. There are media channels that have disclosed her pictures. What is your government doing with regards to ensuring that for future cases, a rape survivor does not have to worry about her picture being put all across the press?
Unfortunately, in this case, we don't have a survivor, but Hitesh Jain, that's a very good question. That's a very good question.
In this context, what action are you taking against the police officials who've been lackadaisical about this whole issue and released her identity details and gone ahead and released statements along the lines of she went out for a party? How was that relevant at all?
And what she was wearing?
How was that relevant?
She came home?
You're talking about trying to be secretive and clandestine.
Let him answer. We're running out of time. Hitesh Jain, what will the government do in this case?
Attention. I can assure all the panelists that we will take up to the police commissioner and will ask him to investigate in this matter, and those officers who are responsible in revealing the details and identity, the police commissioner will be requested to take whatever action, strictest action that is possible, and make an example out of that issue so that no such incidents are repeated in the future.
Ranjana, Kumari, what is your suggestion for the government of Maharashtra? What questions do you have right now?
Well, I would two things. You know, just like in Nirbhaya case, give a timeline to the police. Within that timeline, they have to send as many teams as possible. Wherever they can see, dig them out of the hole, as it is said. Please bring the culprit. Where are these people? Who the people responsible? The person responsible. So give a deadline to the police. Make them act. Number one. Number two, I would say that, you know, will you ensure that in future women are not going to be blamed for what happens to them? Will you ensure, will you sensitize your party, your government, police, every single department, everybody, that the responsibility will have to be taken by men and boys? It's they who are responsible. They are part of the problem, not women. So change this mindset. This is the first thing, first step you have to start taking. Hitesh ji, you cannot and should not, must not blame the women. Look at what Naveen did just now sitting in the studio. This kind of a courage to talk like this kind of a nonsense will not be tolerated anymore.
Please don't use unparliamentary words. And I'm quoting Supreme Court's orders only. So please have some regard for Supreme Court and the real matter that is prevailing. So don't say unnecessary wrong words.
I have a minute left. Vikram Singh. Vikram Singh, your closing comments. 1 second. I want to hear what Vikram Singh has to say. Vikram Singh, your closing comments.
May I suggest that there is provision of 166A in the IPC, which was included after the Nirbhaya case by the Justice Verma Committee, to specifically lodge a complaint against delinquent police officials who failed to register cases in such matters. Number one, such cases should be the topmost priority of the investigators. The police should come down heavily on all such elements, roadside Romeos, and put them in a fast-track court.
Vikram Singh, what should be done with the police officers who have revealed the name of the victim in this case?
They need to be placed under suspension, and the major departmental action should be taken against them. Absolutely, they should be charge-sheeted after a departmental inquiry. This is a serious lapse and a breach of the Supreme Court directives.
Susieben Shah, closing comments.
I would just like to say that they should be more sensitive. The helpline number should be working. And the police, when a woman comes to register a complaint, they must immediately register a complaint, don't counsel the women. They are supposed to lodge complaints, not become counselors. The police, what they immediately do is what she was wearing, what time did she come home, but she will not ask, yes, register an offence. Their job is to register an offence that they must do immediately. The counselling should be left to the experts, but their job. They must
Trisha,
immediately register offence.
My experience
one second.
as a lawyer,
I'll come back to you.
Police are not doing that sort of work. Whenever rape cases come, they take prompt action.
In every case,
They register the case.
you know every case.
Nearly all
You
the
know
cases.
nearly all the cases. Trisha,
Trisha,
I take strong objection.
One second. Trisha, closing comments.
False word against the police.
I think
Naveen Chomal, 1 second. Trisha,
FIR just 10 days back.
1 second.
As someone who is looking at a holistic way of dealing with rape survivors and rape cases, I think the government must step in and insist that private hospitals take rape survivors inside and do not only direct rape survivors to government hospitals. You need to look at the quality of healthcare that's being provided to rape survivors. You need to sensitize police personnel. It has to be time-bound. Our court procedures drag on for years and years. And of course, the case where a victim's identity has been disclosed, that should not happen.
That's
there has to be
That's
accountability
unforgivable.
for this issue.
Right. Ranjana, very quickly, your closing comments.
Well, I think, we are discussing this particular case and there is absolutely no excuse police can put forward. They have to arrest, they have to give justice to this girl. It cannot go on like this, and also many long-term measures have been suggested. Please look into that. We don't need to keep repeating them. Government should be sensitive to understand. They keep, this is almost saying that, please tell us what we should do. Is not something that they don't understand, they don't know. You won the election, national election, state election, on the promise that you will provide safety and security to women. What is happening to that promise? So this is something that you have to act upon.
We need action right now. We need fast-track courts to actually be fast-track courts. We need policemen and doctors and hospitals that will take this crime seriously. And as a journalist myself, I know we ask uncomfortable questions, but we ask uncomfortable questions, viewers, to bring you the complete story. Questions that might sometimes seem like they are unnecessary. But it's important to sensitize those who believe that rape is still trivial. It's important to sensitize those who believe that a woman's life in this case is just another statistic. It's important to sensitize the people of this city who might still be thinking, it's not happening to me. It could be me, it could be you, it could be our loved ones. This is not a case we should take lightly. This is not another statistic. This is a life, and a life that should matter. Thanks for watching.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Magicbricks Now. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magicbricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/Magicbricks Now.